Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to Market Money Finance. I'm glad to see you here. First things first, I do not provide any personal investment advice, and I'm not a qualified licensed investment advisor. I'm an amateur investor. All information, including any ideas, opinions, stock picks that you find here, are for entertainment and educational purposes only and should not be construed as personal investment advice. My only recommendation that I have for you is that you like the video and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and helps get this information out for those who are looking for it. Now, with that out of the way, we have just had a very exciting past earnings week with the S&P 500 approaching all-time highs, right around a couple dollars, $3 to $4 away from those all-time highs on the SPY. The drop that we had was caused by the Karma Rosa Panini, which is actually pretty crazy to think about considering it's only been 5 to 6 months removed since that drop. Time flies when you're sitting at home. So now we look back to Saturday, August 8th, 2020. We had President Trump sign an executive order that is supposed to, first of all, have a payroll tax holiday for those making less than $100,000 a year, have the Treasury Department allow employers to defer payments of certain employee portions of payroll taxes starting September 1st to the end of 2020. It will have a extension on the eviction protection memorandum, $400 a week for unemployment. That will be the extension of $400 a week. We also have student loan relief being extended till the end of the year. We're also going to have income tax and capital gains tax cuts. We'll see how the market reacts to that on Monday. So, what are we going to be looking for this week? I'm going to be watching with a tech heavy eye this week with the whole Tik-Tok, Trump, Microsoft, buyout, banning, suing, holy trifecta of a business deal. And now we have Twitter trying to get into the action, which is we'll see how that plays out. Considering Microsoft was talking numbers up to $30 billion, and Twitter's free cash flow is around $450 billion if you accumulate the past year. So yeah, if anything serious happens, we'll be looking at movement from Microsoft and maybe even Twitter. So, a step aside from the TikTok deal, but somewhat in the same realm, we have Instagram, which unveiled Reels, which in essence is supposed to be the same type of TikTok Vine vibes. Facebook had an amazing week this past week, up about $16 on Thursday, and then on Friday we saw another $14 move up at its highest point, but then it slowly came back down and closed a couple dollars over open. But I will be keeping a bullish eye out on Facebook. Per usual, now we have Apple, which has just been a monster. Shout out to the long term portfolio. Get that drip. It is very easy to set up on most platforms, and if you're having any problems, it never hurts to call. But yes, so I'm looking for a bullish pattern with Apple as we go towards the August 24th date where they announce the price that they will be splitting at, and then also to the 28th, which is actually the split date. Now we did have a pop off in the airline sector. I think it was on Wednesday or Thursday. We got news that the do not travel order that we had here in the U.S. is being lifted. So popped in airlines. Hopefully people want to see more travel going on. That's what it is. But the my biggest concern is what happens if these other countries are putting restrictions on U.S. citizens because of how many cases we have here. So we have to see how those things play out. But as you can see here, big pops from American Airlines, United Airlines, Spirit Airlines, all still have that same trend up. So we'll be looking at that with these travel restrictions being somewhat lifted. Lastly, I'm going to be keeping an eye out on the banks. They had a great day on Friday, so let's see if they can continue to keep that trend up. We're looking at Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and J.P. Morgan. But Friday was just a great day all around for the banks, so we're gonna see if they continue on to Monday. And that pretty much sums up what I'll be looking for this week, how the market is going to react to the executive order that was signed on Saturday. and I'm very excited to see how things play out, and I hope you are too. Remember, it's not about how much money you make, but how much money you keep. Protect your cash, limit your risk. You all have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.